So, what's your personal brand talking about you? Is your personal brand telling everything authentically about you? Whether you realize it or not, you already have a personal brand. For example, if I searched you up on Google and found, let's say, something or maybe nothing, that is your personal brand. If I landed on an outdated profile of yours on any social media like LinkedIn, or perhaps I find some scattered set of social media posts about you or from you, yes, that too is your personal brand. So here's the thing, at Luxury Unplugged, we know your personal brand isn't just about curated perfection, it is about intention, it is about the energy that you bring into a room, the message your presence communicates even when you are silent. So people often assume branding is as self promotion, it's bragging, it's noise. But in truth, your personal brand speaks louder than words. It is something much deeper. It is about not only your reputation, but how others experience your service. What your friends, your clients, your collaborators think about your service when your name pops up. It's what they think when your name is mentioned. So it's what they say about you when you are not in the room. And in this way, we are always understanding how we are viewed by our personal brand because we live in a connected world. By every post, every comment, every email and Zoom call, and every photo that we share, we are obviously building a brand. Now, the real question becomes, do you want to shape that narrative, that story intentionally? Or do you want the algorithms to do the thing for you, to build a brand, perhaps whatever it feels like for you? Because if you believe in living and working with intention, if you value depth over noise, then yes, this message is for you. Hi, I'm Neeti Keswani, best-selling author, brand story coach, and host of Luxury Unplugged podcast. I help coaches, consultants, and soulful entrepreneurs rewrite their inner story and build a magnetic brand that reflects who they truly are. How? By the messaging that they put out. Now, let's walk through how to craft a personal brand that aligns with your purpose and tells a clear, beautiful story about who you are in Luxury Unplugged way. Now, let's start with the number one thing, which is very, very important, which is clarity. Clarity of purpose. Okay. So begin with your wow, why, and your wow. Because what your personality is all about is absolutely wow. Why are you hiding it under those different fears and unrecognized or sometimes recognized emotions that are hampering you? Why do you want your personal brand to accomplish something for you? What are you wanting to step into? Is it a leadership position? Is it transitioning careers? What is it that you want your personal brand to build up on? What business are you in? Are you building a business around your creative gifts? Or perhaps you're ready to be known for more than just your title. You want to have a voice that talks about a certain aspect of life or business. Be specific, write it down. You see, clarity becomes your inner compass. And from the inner compass, we derive the outer success. Like I have mentioned in my other videos on Ho'oponopono and EFT healing. Now, number two, decide what you want to be known for. Ask yourself, how do I want to be described as a professional? Do I want somebody to talk to me or discuss with me my services as a consultant, as a contractor, as a project manager, or perhaps as a visionary who can help leaders create that magnificent vision that even they are wowed by? Now, I'm not saying that you are building a hunky dory picture, but you're bringing your authentic self out. So, when I say that I help visionary leaders communicate with emotional clarity, I am bringing out the barriers that are stopping them, working on them, and then creating a story which truly represents who they are. I also say that I create experiences that heal, inspire, and elevate the spirit. What does that really mean? Well, we can go deeper into what, how, and why behind my work in another video, but right now you have to focus on personal branding, making it memorable, avoiding the jargon, and speaking from the soul. Now, remember the story of that person who became so famous, or that person who suddenly skyrocketed, videos became viral. It is confusing. It can be tempting for some people who are wanting to get that kind of leverage on social media to just get on with something that is going to give them views. But it is really taking a step in calmness and understanding, what does my personal brand stand for? What do I want people to recognize me for? For example, some people might say that I would like to have a charity aspect to my public profile, that I help, for example, families navigate grief with compassion and presence. Now, that is resonance, and perhaps you are that kind of a social person who is wanting to give back to society. There's nothing wrong in it, but that is the clarity that you need to bring out in terms of your brand profiling. You need to understand, what humanitarian grounds does my profile stand for? So, what do you really do? What do you know that you are deeply struggling with? What is that signature brilliance inside you that you're wanting to bring out and it has not yet come out? So, this is something which is a food for thought for you. And that is the number 2 point, which is deciding what you want to be known for. Number 3, knowing your audience. Speak to their needs. This is the part that so many people get wrong. Your personal brand is not about you. It is about who you are serving, right? Who needs to hear your voice? Maybe it is women who need redefining their career, or perhaps their work life balance. Maybe it is founders who are looking for clarity in their storytelling. Who is your audience? Maybe it is clients who are craving for more meaning behind the luxury lifestyle that they're living. Get quiet, reflect, and then ask, who can most benefit from my service, from what I have to share? How exactly can I help elevate, shift, grow, enhance, transform somebody's career or somebody's aspects, some services? Number 4, craft your mission statement. Let it speak from the soul. That is the key. You see, you are clear on your gifts mostly. You know perhaps your goals also vaguely. You know your audience who you're trying to reach. But let's bring it together into one magnetic mission statement. This is your brand's heartbeat. It should reflect who you are, what do you do, who you serve, and the transformation you help create. Let it come out authentically from inside you. Let it feel alive. Now, you might be thinking this is all looking good on paper and while she's speaking, but how do I implement it in my area of work? For example, let's say from our audiences and from our client bases that we serve, I will give you some examples, okay? So let's say my name is Aisha and I'm a mindset coach for high performing women who feel stuck in survival mode. I help them shift their inner story so they can rise with confidence, clarity, and peace. How does that sound? It gives you a complete clear picture, right? Who I am and what I do. Another example. I'm Leo. I'm a consultant for creative entrepreneurs scaling their luxury wellness brands. Okay, and how do you help us? I turn scattered ideas into soulful strategies that feel aligned and convert. Another example. I'm Priya and I'm a business coach for conscious founders. I help them launch offers that reflect their deepest values without burning out or selling out. How does that sound? Very clear indeed, right? Take my example. I'm Neeti Keswani. I'm a brand storyteller for executive coaches and consultants, and I help them craft a magnetic online presence through their messaging that's rooted in their truth, not in trends. Whatever your version is, write it down. Let it guide how you introduce yourself, how you write your bios, how you show up in conversations and collaborations. This is your anchor in the noisy world where everybody wants to be visible. Number five, of course, it is about establishing your digital presence by bringing your personality out, not keeping it hidden. When we are trying to strive for digital presence, for visibility, for views, for likes and engagement, try to bring your personality out, that which is going to help your clients, not any figment of your personality that may hamper your online reputation, if you know what I mean. So now that mission is clear, let's talk about how you're showing up online. You don't need to be everywhere. Let me make it very clear to you. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to be present on all social media platforms. You can pick and choose one or two and be there constantly, consistently. Now, also give a thought about having your own personal website, the one which is your digital real estate, your digital home. It's where people come not just to read about you, they also come to feel and know who you really are. What do you stand for? This is where your story, your values, your vibe shines. Your website should feel like an experience, not just a page. Whether it is minimalistic or it is very earthy or it is very elegantly made, those are the paintbrush aspects which a graphic designer and your content creator can do for you. But within you, you should be knowing who you really stand for, and that is your personal brand. And then you have to choose these social media platforms and your digital presence in terms of your website to build that amazing stories that you have about your business, your life, your career. If you are a thought leader, a strategist, or a speaker, then perhaps LinkedIn is your stage. But if you are launching or scaling or considering adding a newsletter to your podcast, you need to build depth. You need to just not seek attention only for your episodes. Take a look at our Luxury Unplugged channel. We have so many wide variety of videos which are around identity shifting, personal branding, and emotional healing. Why do I talk about these aspects? Because these are all catering to the overall aspect of how you become your best version. And that is precisely what I do. I help brands and people, coaches, consultants, author, become the better version by bringing out their inner story, by evolving their inner story to tell their authentic self. And when you read such kind of a post, such kind of a video, such kind of a blog you go through, then you understand the why behind somebody's work. So you have to decide how you will balance those micro stories in terms of Twitter or in terms of reels or shorts or perhaps blogs. You need to reveal your journey, how you are going to show up with your presence, not perfection only. Yes, ChatGPT. Now you might argue that ChatGPT can help you out with so many blogs. It's not a big deal these days. Anybody and everybody has access to AI tools. Yes, you do have. But then when you're talking to somebody, you are talking to them. AI is not talking at that time. So you need to bring out your authentic personality. Most importantly, your digital brand should reflect your full personality, not just polished parts, because that's what is going to resonate with your viewers, your audience, and your clients. So, your resonance with your personality in sync, being in sync with your personality and your messaging will attract the right clients, right conversations, and right kind of growth. And as we wrap up this discussion today, my final thought to you is that yes, building your personal brand could feel vulnerable, could feel, oh my God, there is so much to do. And to be visible requires so much, but it's also a portal into your next level. Think about it that way that you are becoming, you're showcasing your better version who is fully expressing their true story. So at Luxury Unplugged, we believe that personal branding isn't about just image. It is about identity. It is about clarity. It is about becoming. And when done well, It opens doors, not just to success, but to the right rooms, the right collaborations, and the right impact. So, if this resonated with you and you feel it is time to align your voice with your vision, I invite you to book a free discovery call with me. Let's uncover what's holding you back and begin crafting the story your brand and your soul wants to tell, and you're ready to say so. The link is in the description. Keep coming back for more videos. Thank you.